Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those that don't know, my name is Sam Mail and I am a UK illustrator working mostly within the pop culture industry. And today I've decided to do something a little bit different. I've decided to relaunch my YouTube channel, but geared more towards helping young and upcoming artists, as well as just putting out videos with advice that could help other artists on their artistic journey. Now, I felt that it was appropriate for the first video to be about finding your art style, because I know that it's a common question and problem that a lot of artists actually go through. And I know because I was one of them. I was constantly questioning my art style, changing it day after day on each different piece, because I was never really happy with what I was producing. And I made the mistake, which I feel is important to bring up, of looking at loads of different amazing artists that inspired me, that I wanted to just be like. And I ended up taking like different elements of their art style and actually incorporating it into mine. And you know, that was a very dangerous route to go down, and I've seen this in a lot of other young artists as well that are doing the same thing. And from my personal experience, when I've done this, and this was very early on in my artistic career, that I'd be doing all this artwork that I loved, I thought it was great, I put it online, and then I'd see a couple of comments saying like, oh, this looks like so-and-so. And on the one hand, it's a nice compliment that it's like, oh, I've created artwork that's on the same level as this artist. But on the other, no, I'm not standing out from these other artists. I'm just imitating them. And as an artist, as an individual, that's not what you want. You don't want to be a copy of another artist, because that's not you. You want to stand out from everyone else and be an individual. And the whole point of this video is to help you not make the same mistakes. And if you are, it's okay. But I want this video to help you, to guide you, to get on the right path and finding that art style that's true to you. Now, firstly, I want you to see this as a journey. This isn't going to be a solution. You're not going to walk away from this video and suddenly have that art style that you've dreamed of all worked out. I wanted to share with you several steps that I believe can help you get on the right track to discovering that art style. But I want you, and it's important that you see this as a journey that you're going to go on. And it's not going to be over the course of a week or a month or a year. This is going to last for your entire art career, because you are constantly going to be changing and adapting your art style. But you have to do it in a healthy way that's authentic to you, and that's very important. Now, if you're sitting there, you don't know what to do, you're a bit lost in your art style, then my advice would be, well, step one, get a collection of images. Say, for example, of a forest. Get 10 to 20 images, and you can use Google. Pinterest is a very good resource for doing this. And then once you have them, sit down and sketch out, paint, draw, whatever medium that you want to use. And these can be rough sketches, or these can just be like full-on pieces. But make sure you do, I'd say, I wouldn't put a limit on it, but say about 10 10 to 20. But do however many that you feel comfortable with. The whole point is that you're going to be looking at what you've done, capturing these images of these forests, the feeling of the forest, and you're going to be using different techniques to what you feel comfortable with. And that's very important. Again, it's what you feel comfortable with. Not trying to imitate another artist. It's using the techniques, the mediums that you want to use. Now, you might draw this particular forest using bold, heavy outlines with block, cel-shaded colours. And you might feel that doesn't work for you. You might feel you want to do away with the outlines or reduce the thickness of the outlines or use more blended colours. You might even feel like you don't even like the medium that you're using. But that's important, because this is the self-development that you need to go through in order to discover that art style. Now, when you have these collection of sketches and finished art pieces, I want you to thoroughly look at them and decide what you don't like. As I said, if you don't like the line weights, strip them away. On the next piece you use, try not using heavy outlines. Try something completely different. But the important part of this is to take away what works. If you felt that those lines, the thickness of the lines that you used, you like and that appeals to you, then stick with it. Develop that further. See how you can take that further. Same with the colours. If you feel that you are using too many colours, limit it. Maybe your style is using 3 to 5 colours, all within the same tonal range, or complementary colours. These experiments will help you identify the direction that you want to head in. Now, when you find that direction you're comfortable with, don't feel like that this is just a narrow path that you have to head down. Look at it as it branching off. If you don't like the direction you're going in, go in another direction. There's nothing wrong with that. You've got to do what feels comfortable to you and for you and what works for you. And as you go through this process, I want you to carry on with this. Find other images, or go out and take some yourself. The important thing is that you've got to practice capturing the subject that you want to capture in a style that you want to create. And you do that through experimentation and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work, stripping away what doesn't work and keeping what does. And it really is as simple as that. And I feel like this kind of has to be said because, as I mentioned, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves as an artist and as an individual to kind of be the best artist in the world. I mean, that's what I've put on myself over the years. But the simple fact is, you've just got to do what feels right to you, what feels comfortable, and just trust the process and the journey that you're going on. And again, as I said, there isn't a destination that you've got to arrive at. There might come a point where you do feel like you've found that style that you love, that truly speaks to you as an artist, expresses yourself as an artist to the world, and that's fine, keep that. But don't feel that it has to end there. Carry on. Keep developing and pushing forward. And again, it's as simple as that. And I can leave it here. This is the first video, which I hope will be the first in a whole collection of videos that can help you and other artists out there on your artistic journey. I'm not going to be the typical YouTuber that's going to ask for you to like and subscribe to my channel, but instead I'm going to leave you with a few words of affirmations that I have to tell myself and that I want you to tell yourself. And that is that you are good enough. You have to believe in yourself that you are an amazing artist. And as cliche and as cheesy as this sounds, I get it, but you have to tell yourself this, because otherwise you'll just constantly put yourself down and you just won't feel worth it. I've gone through this. I've seen multiple different artists go through this. It's nothing unique, but it is so heartbreaking to see so many artists put themselves down. They don't feel they're good enough, and to the point where they just give up on their art career. And it shouldn't be like that. If you want to draw and paint, then you should do that and carry on doing that, and not be put down by not having the right art style that fits you. In the grand scale of everything, it's minuscule. But carry on doing what you're doing. And I hope this video has helped. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.